Okay, this video is for doing division with the area model. So let's see how we need to do this. So I'm going to start with 2,816 divided by 17. Okay, we're going to break this up kind of like you do the area model in multiplication, only it's going to be a little bit different. First of all, I want you to know that this is the dividend and this is the divisor. This is how many parts we're breaking this number into. So I'm going to draw a rectangle here. Now, in a multiplication area model, I'm trying to find my area. However, in this case, I already have my area. I know that this area in here is 2,816. I already know how many parts that I'm breaking that into, but I need to know my quotient. How many of these will be in each part? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down things I know about my divisor. And I'm going to start with those powers of 10 that we've been talking so much about, because I think that gives us a nice place to begin, something to think about. I know that 17 times 1 is 17. 17 times 10 is, 170. 17 times 100 is 1,700. And 17 times 1,000 is 17,000. Now I did that quickly because I know 1 times 17 is 17, add my 0. 1 times 17 is 17, add my 2 zeros, and so on. So this is what I know. Now I'm wanting to get as close as I can to 2,816. Using what I have here, what do I know? I know this would work. I know that this is way too much. So let's start here. Okay, so I'm going to put 100 up here because I'm putting 117s into my number, which is 1,700. I'm going to write that here. Now I'm going to subtract that. 6 take away 0 is 6. 1 take away 0 is 1. 8 take away 7 is 1. 2 take away 1 is 1. So now I have 1,116. Using what I know, what might work here? This is way too much. This isn't a lot, is it? So let's think about, if I know that for every 10, I'm going to have about 150, 200, somewhere in there. Let's try maybe 17 times 15, and let's see what we get. 7 times 5 is 35. 5 times 5 is 5, plus 3 is 85. Add my placeholder. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 1 is 1. Two. So 255. Do you think that'll work? I mean, it gets us closer, right? Let's look more toward, what if we did 20? Let's try that. 17 times 20. Well, I know these two numbers are going to be zeros because anything I multiply by 0 is a 0. Now I'm going to add my placeholder. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So I have 340. What do you think? Well, I know I could fit at least two 340s into this number, right? Because I know by estimating this is going to be around 700 or so. So that's going to work. So if I did 20 to get to this number, I want double this. So I'm going to need how many? 40. So 340 plus 340 is 680. Will that work? It will. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to add 40 more. So I'm putting it up on top where my quotient goes. And I'm going to subtract that from my whole here. 6 take away 0 is 6. I can't take 8 from 1, so I'm going to go next door, get a pizza from there, bring it back. 11, take away 8, it's 3. I can't take 6 away from 0, so I change this to a 10 by borrowing one from here. 10, take away 6, it's 4. Now I have 436. Now I need to bring this up here so I can start over because I'm not finished. Now, based upon what I know, what might work? Wonder, well, oh, I already have it here. I've already added multiplied 17 times 20, and I've got this. Will that work? That's pretty close to it and not over, so that'll work. So I'm going to put 20 up here because I'm adding 20 more 17s, which equals 340. Let's subtract this. 6 take away 0 is 6. I can't do that, so I'm going to borrow one from next door. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. So now I have 96 left. Based upon what I know, what do you think I should do next? If 1 is 17 and 10 is 170, that sure isn't going to work. Let's start with 5. Let's start right there in the middle and see what we get. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 85. Hey, will that work? Does it go over? No. Is it pretty close? Yeah, I think it is too. So I'm going to add 5 more up here. And I know that that's 85. Now I'm going to subtract. 6 take away 5 is 1. 9 take away 8 is 11. Is this number more than this number? No. The way I know I'm finished is when what I have left is less than my divisor, or if it's a 0. So what do you think this would be since I have some left over? Exactly, it will be my remainder. So my quotient is, where I find my quotient is here. I'm going to add these together. 140, 160, 165, remainder 11. And that is how you do division using an area model.